trying out a new method of filming today on my little baby Lumix digital camera that my family got in like 2011 instead of either my phone or my beautiful Canon 7D camera. Love that one. But I wanted to try this to see kind of like if I'm able to shoot on this. I have not really tried to shoot video on this before outside of like when I was originally trying to use it when I was like 11 in 2011. So today I am going to be doing an R.L. Stine Fear Street double feature. So that means tonight the Fear Street Prom Queen movie on Netflix, the Netflix original, is coming out, and I have not read Fear Street Prom Queen. I've read a lot of Fear Street books. They are my favorite series that R.L. Stine has done, Fear Street and Ghosts of Fear Street. So I'm going to read Prom Queen today, and then tonight we are going to watch the movie. I ended up wanting to do the audiobook for Prom Queen, so that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm listening to it by Nightfall Audiobooks. This is their YouTube. He does a lot of like audiobook narration, so I will put the link to that in the comments. I would be finding the physical book and trying to read that, or an ebook version, but today I do have a lot of things to get done. So I think the audiobook is probably going to be best so that I can listen to it while I do other stuff. I'm going to continue designing some of my bookmarks. I would love to play The Sims a little. I don't know if that's like feasible, but my Sims app has been crashing mega on my computer. So we'll see about The Sims, but definitely going to be designing some bookmarks and getting some general work done that I have to do. I do have a really fun kind of like summer camp slasher inspired package that's getting delivered today, so I might show you guys that as well. But let's get going. I'm gonna go grab coffee first. I'm gonna probably grab a Campin cold brew from Dutch Bros, just to give me the good R.L. Stine vibes. I always associate R.L. Stine with like his summer camp books, because those are my favorite. Those are my favorite. Fear Street Lights Out, Welcome to Camp Cold Lake. My favorite of all time being Ghosts of Fear Street Camp Fear Ghouls. If you have not read that one and you want a really good summer camp one, read Fear Ghouls. I love it. Anyway, so me and this very orange man, Calcifer, are going to be doing a little bit of a double feature. So let me bring you guys along with me. I'm going to try to use this camera as much as possible, and let's go.
Uttering a low cry of fright, I started to back away. But then I saw the most. Said, I'll get my wife, and left. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. Officer Jackson, the tall MP1, told a large group. He looked almost as worried as the Perrys. Do you really think it's a kidnapping? Dawn asked him. Officer Jackson shrugged his narrow shoulders. I could hear Mrs. Perry blowing her more haggard than before. His white shirt and tie were rumpled, as if he had slept in his clothes, and a day's growth of beard darkened his face. No kidnapper has called, he told us sadly. He stared out over our heads at the guard. It's Dawn, I explained. He nodded. Listen, he said, I don't want to scare you.
So I just got Dutch Bros. I am listening to the audiobook in the car. I just turned it off for now so I could like talk to y'all. I got the Campin cold brew without the chocolate drizzle and without the soft top. So I think it's technically called a cold brew with chocolate milk and vanilla macadamia nut. Kind of a complicated name, but it literally tastes like a s'more. It tastes like a s'more, and it tastes even more like a s'more when you do have the soft top on top, because it's like marshmallow flavored soft top. But this is still literally incredible. It's one of my favorite drinks ever to get. Audiobook wise, we are looking at almost halfway through. He has it organized. I don't know if you can see this. I'll pretend that you can. He has it organized into 6 different videos, and I am in the middle, close to the end of the 3rd video. So I would assume I'm probably about 40-50% of the way through. It's really good so far, and honestly, for a book that mainly centers around teenage girls, the narrator being an adult man is not bothering me at all. I thought that was going to be weird, but I'm not minding. I don't mind it. I think he's doing a really good job. He's really good at different voices and different characters, so I'm enjoying it. I recommend listening to his version, honestly. The link is down below. I think he's done a bunch of other Fear Street novels, which is great because none of them really got audiobook adaptations like all the Goosebumps. Not all the Goosebumps, but a lot of Goosebumps novels got audiobook narrations like professionally, so it's really cool that there's someone out there who is committed to getting some really good Fear Street audiobooks out there in the world. So far, it is literally Like, so perfect high school senior year prom slasher. Not necessarily slasher yet. I can hoping it's gonna get there. It's kind of just like the prom queens, like the prom court, I guess, the 5-ish girls who are nominated for prom queen, slowly kind of getting like picked off one by one. We're only up to 2 so far where I'm at. But it's very mysterious, very like spooky, scary. It's a really good mystery book because I'm already trying to like formulate ideas of who is the killer, who knows the killer, like what are his motivations, like trying to put some pieces together in this. But if I know anything about R.L. Stine, it's going to be a classic twist at the end where it's going to be someone I didn't even expect, but it's going to be a perfect ending with just the right killer. Like, it's going to be really good. I'm very excited for the ending. Fun fact about this and about me, I was actually on prom court my senior year of high school. I was nominated to be prom king, and it was really fun. I didn't get chosen to be prom king. That would have been crazy, but it was fun to be nominated. I think it was kind of like random, honestly. I don't remember how we chose who was going to be up for the king or queen, but that's just a fun fact about my life. I wore this beautiful blue suit with gold embroidery all over it. I was like, I'm gonna eat. Just on the off chance that I win, I need to eat. Full house down, I think. I don't know. Is that what people say? I don't know. I could have been prom king, but I wasn't. Kind of glad I wasn't. I honestly really wasn't that popular. I had a lot of friends though, and I think my strength was that I had a lot of friends in a lot of different friend groups. So I kind of like bounced between a bunch of different friend groups. So I knew like I was friends with some of the popular kids because we'd gone to the same middle school. I was primarily in the marching band, music group, the theater group. I played bass guitar in marching band and in basically every ensemble you can imagine that we had. I played bass in pit orchestra for our musicals that we did. I was also on stage dancing for one of our musicals. I definitely got around friend group wise in high school. It was really fun. Just kidding. High school was not super fun. A lot of really bad things happened. But I could have been prom king, and therefore it's kind of fun reading this book. Or I guess listening, if you guys are anti audiobooks are reading people, which audiobooks are reading. You're gonna tell a blind person they've never read a book? Hello? Anyway, I think I'm gonna go get a car wash. I have like a subscription thingy, so I already paid for the car wash essentially, so I might just go do a car wash, listen to the audiobook in the car wash. That's one of my favorite things to do is after I get coffee, car wash. And especially fun when I have an audiobook to listen to. So, me and my Campin' Cold Brew are gonna go through the car wash and keep listening to the book.
There is funny imitation of that competitive dominance, or something that a few dominant theories and impressions that my anger is starting to fade. It is pleased to be the return of place. Surrounded by effort and problems in that moment, sound behind the crowd, complete all that comes true. The word sounds so strange, even when I say it silent. Rachel, come quick, it's dawn. Something terrible has happened. Chapter 8. My heart pounded. I stumbled up the aisle after Rachel, who hadn't waited for me.
Okay, ignore whatever my hair is doing. Please. So, I just finished listening to the audiobook. I am drawing for my bookmark, and I'm going to keep drawing while I talk about it. So I finished the audiobook for Fear Street Prom Queen by R.L. Stine. Incredible book. That was so captivating. I feel like all of the Fear Street books just like so captivating, so engaging. I'm always like so enthralled in the story. I kind of guessed that it would have been who it is. If you're looking for no spoilers, I'll put a timestamp on to where you can skip. But I kind of guessed that it was going to be that Simone was going to be the killer. Kind of when she first disappeared, there was just a couple things that I was like, I feel like Simone could be the killer here. So that was kind of interesting to see her storyline get played through, especially because at the end she was like, no one cares about me. And I feel like that's a very relatable high school experience, to kind of feel like no one really cares about you the way that you, like, you know, need as a kid growing up. So it was really interesting. Obviously, most people don't go kill their best friends when they feel unloved or unworthy or unappreciated. That's not a normal thing to do, but it is normal to kind of have feelings like that. So kind of understandable. I do think that it was a really good twist at the end, though, because throughout it, I feel like at the very, very beginning, I was like, oh, it's probably Simone. But then as we kept going, I was like, oh my god, it's going to be... I forget his name. It was like going to be the one like creepy guy who came over to talk to our main character at her house late at night. I was like, yicky, it's going to be him. Because that just like gave me like the most ick ever. Like, bro, get over yourself, you know? So... I kind of thought it was going to be him then, and then I briefly thought it was going to be, like, the rich girl, like, the popular girl, but I kind of, like, dispersed that at the end, especially as she was, like, getting attacked and stuff. So, overall, stellar story, awesome writing. I really loved this one. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Fear Street novel. My favorite is probably The Dead Lifeguard. That one is really good. If you want like a good summer Fear Street read, check out The Dead Lifeguard for sure. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going about my day. I'm going to finish designing this bookmark because I need to order them probably today or tomorrow to pick them up on Monday, get some new ones stocked in my shop, and then I can start like trying to promote them to like some local bookstores and stuff in my town. Great audiobook. Nightfall Audiobooks, the YouTube channel, Reddit. I'll have the link down in the description. He did a fantastic job narrating. I will check back in with you guys a little later this evening as I set up to watch the Netflix version.
Dead or a killer before graduation. And in a way, I guess they were right. Prom queen. The perfect girl to represent the perfect new shady side. 6 of us are running.
And here's our red hot favorite.
Tiffany Falconer, leader of the Wolf Pack. Your typical leader has tormented me since birth. And recalled
A sordid past, a murderous mother. Can she win over the student body and prove redemption is possible for her and shady side? Or is the Granger name cursed?
Oh my god. Okay, so it's been a couple days since the double feature that this whole video was about. I have thoughts. It's really bad. So the book is incredible. It's very engaging. If you're looking for a really fun slasher that focuses around prom, I highly recommend Fear Street, Prom Queen, R.L. Stine. Like, it's really good. I enjoyed the audiobook I listened to, like I've said, I think 7 times. It's in the description below. And it was phenomenal. Very engaging, kept you on your toes. It kind of was a little predictable about who the killer was, but at the same time, like, really engaging and had me going through quite a few options. So when I was going to watch the movie that night, I was really excited. I know that historically the Fear Street movies don't really follow the books in a very close way at all. It's kind of just like conceptually the idea of the book. So I was expecting that. And it was definitely like that. Fear Street, Prom Queen, the Netflix film adaptation, was almost nothing like the book, period. Full stop, period. Not even the concept of the book was the same. So the concept in the book is this group of, I think the 5 girls are on the prom court. They're nominated for prom queen. Slowly, throughout the months leading up to the prom, they're getting killed off one by one by one until it's just our main character standing. And it is revealed who the killer is, why they're the killer, at prom night. Now, the film takes place in one night itself. The whole slashing happens during prom night, kind of killing off some characters one by one or couple by couple throughout the night of the actual prom. Now that also sounds like a really good idea for a film. However, this was executed so poorly. And I'm not blaming any of the actors, but this was just a horrible script. It was horrible script writing and conceptualization for this film. It sounded like if you put the idea of R.L. Stine and Fear Street books with the premise of a prom queen slasher into ChatGPT, did not even remove the prompt, and just decided to copy and paste that whole thing, print it out, and film it with no revisions whatsoever. That's how it felt. It was horrifically cliche, and not in a good slasher cliche. Because a lot of slashers, they use the cliches. They make the cliches work for their film or their book, which is so fun, and I love when books do that. However, this kind of just had cliches to like check off the box in my mind. It was completely unoriginal and very, I dare say, boring. It was not a good, engaging movie. I didn't like it. I watched it with my 3 roommates, which is my girlfriend, Hannah. This is our bedroom that I'm filming in. We have been dating for 5 years, which is incredible. I love her. And then I watched it also with my roommate, Ethan, and my roommate, Howard. The 3 of us met in a cappella in college. I know, it's so annoying. We also recognize how cringe it was. But the film finished, and we were all pretty much like, what the fuck did we just watch? This was a bad movie. At least the original Fear Street trilogy that they made on Netflix, yeah, I didn't really follow books, but it was still solid, good slasher films. This was horrific. I highly recommend you do not watch Fear Street Prom Queen on Netflix. It was just bad. It was bad. That's pretty much all of my thoughts. I would like to wrap it up by apologizing for how shitty the video quality was. If you are still watching by this point, literally bless you, thank you, because it was kind of hard for me to get through as well. As a filmmaker with a film degree myself, I know how important quality is. However, I was trying an experiment of using my little Lumix from 2011 to shoot an entire video. Clearly that didn't go so great. The quality is really bad. Sometimes it looks like it's being filmed on like a decent old smartphone. Sometimes it looks like it's being filmed on one of those potatoes that can run Doom. So I deeply apologize for that. I will not be doing this in the future. This takes gorgeous, beautiful photos, and I will continue to use it for that. But besides that, it is not coming back onto my YouTube channel anytime soon. If you want to support me financially, hey, what's up? I most definitely would be grateful for that. And the best way to do that would be by going onto my Etsy and purchasing some bookmarks that I make. I hand draw all of these. Well, like, I draw the master and obviously just reprint it. If you're into the slasher vibe and R.L. Stine, I recommend my Retro Horror Screenwriter Club. These are all like book club based bookmarks. So I have my Retro Horror one. It has a little blockbuster thingy there. My favorite currently of all time, my Camp Slasher bookmark. This is surrounding summer camp slashers, Pirate Book Club, Dracula Book Club for vampires, Fantasy Book Club, Horror Book Club, just generalized, and literally so many more. So please just check out that link in the bio, grab yourself a bookmark, grab yourself a Kindle insert if you're interested. I really appreciate all of you guys so, so much. And yeah, you know what? Don't watch Fear Street Prom Queen. It's ass. Save your time. Don't waste time on bad movies, guys. All right, thank you. Bye.